teams with good run defenses struggle to stop the Niners' run game.
Yeah.
Because they have Elijah Mitchell. Elijah Mitchell looked really good. I don't know if he's as good as Mostert because, again, I think Mostert's like – anyway, I thought he was such a natural. But Mitchell also looks like a natural. What do you see from him?
He's the – I told you this back in the first day – one of the first days we were out there at camp together. I thought he was the best looking running back. I just love the way he runs. Everything he does is going forward all the time. Even his cuts are – even when he's making a cut, it's still got a forward momentum to it. And – he just has really good lean, runs people over, runs through arm tackles, and I don't know what else to say. He's a strong runner and he's fast, and he showed that he can break it. He's not. They don't have. I mean, there's nobody on this roster. I don't know if there's anybody in the NFL that can do what Mostert can do in terms of when he gets to the outside, he's going to get 8 to 10 yards a lot of times on those outside runs. I don't know if that's going to happen, but he's a guy who's going to be able to be a powerful runner for them.
I think the thing with Sermon that's interesting is he isn't explosive, and so on the outside runs, he's not taking him a while to get to his sprint spot. And I think Mitchell's a much better fit because he can get out there really quickly and then get upfield, whereas Sermon's taking a long time to get out there, and he's not being able to get upfield. I think what's interesting is he's a little bit like the other Ohio State running back the Niners had, Carlos Hyde. In the sense that big guy, and you think he's going to be punishing between the tackles, but what he ends up doing in the NFL is bouncing outside. And we like a guy like Mitchell who's exploding upfield, And it's like that's what I saw with Carl. To me, Carlos Hyde was maddening. I know he's still in the league and he has success sometimes, but it's like, dude, you're not a finesse back. Get upfield. And he was constantly bouncing. And I wonder if Sermon is that way too. Like, you need to get upfield now.
Yeah, he does. There's a part of that we saw in camp and that we've seen of him where he needs to just be getting upfield. He needs to get that forward momentum. He's not as explosive as Mitchell. He's not in that class, but he's a good running back and he's gonna do well, I think.
Yeah.
Just didn't he talk a little bit about wasn't there talk about how he was getting coached up pretty hard by the coaching staff and needing to get used to the speed of the game? I think that was the offensive coordinator that talked about that, about him needing to be tighter to the blocks and things like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So. Well, they're going to need to use him in this game. It seemed like they wanted Hasty as like the third down back, but they didn't want to give him too many carries. Mm-hmm. So someone else, they can't give Mitchell 25 carries a game, can they? Maybe they can.
I don't think they're going to want to give him that many, but who knows? I mean, they might have to.
They gave him 19 his first game. That was surprising. They really trusted him.
Yeah, well, that's what happens. I think the thought was that they were going to, he was going to probably get around 10 or 12, but most are leaving it, after few plays like that, that kind of threw that all out the window.
Yeah.